to talk about my guy, Bryan Danielson, the man that Mo says deserves more. He had some very, very interesting comments. I see the shirt. I just peed. Um, he had some very, very interesting comments. Uh, According to Wrestling News, Bryan Danielson states that he will not be a full-time wrestler for much longer. So, what would you like to see him do prior to his retirement? And in your opinion, what will his legacy be?
Sit down somewhere. Even before he retired, go ahead, sit down, like my grandmother used to say. Go lay down somewhere. I don't need to see nothing else, man. He's already, man. Like how they did an NBA top 75, they need to do that with wrestlers. They don't need no PWI 500. I don't care about no 485. No disrespect. I don't care about 439 and all that. Like 500 wrestlers is still obscure. All right. I
Mm.
can't name you 500 things I like. Hell, half the time I can't name y'all 10 things I like. So, but nah, if it's an NBA or a wrestling, I should say, top 75, he definitely is somewhere between 20 and 30, something like that. He basically on that Kevin Durant type level.
Mm.
Uh, but if he does do something, I mean, he said something about he want to wrestle in the gym with like 500 people. Like, dog,
Yeah.
no, you beyond that. You don't need to do the like a lot of wrestlers, the hot dog and the handshake type thing. Just I don't know. Maybe we actually get that match with him and Squidward. What's his name? Jonathan Grisham. Maybe we actually get that match. That's what everybody want to see. They want to see that. That's that real music. That's that real scared of women
He
music
called
right there.
he
You
called
know
him
what I mean?
Squidward.
Ain't he 5'1"? Yeah, I seen him in person. Yeah. So we got the 5'1" squid, you know what I mean? Handsome Squidward against the dragon. You feel me? And I that shouldn't be in front of 500 people. Just put that when ROH come out, if they get that deal next month or whatever, put it on that.
Mm.
Or I don't care, just 500 people, bro. Like you don't need to do that.
Mm.
Like
I
what's that gonna prove?
I think he was just doing it because I think he made that point. I shouldn't say he made that point, but I think he wanted to wrestle in front of all of maybe 500 people because I feel like there's a certain type of grit and character that comes with the independent scenes and wrestling in front of small crowds. It's a lot more intimate and you feel the energy. Whereas when you're wrestling in a big arena, everything kind of gets lost in translation because you're trying to time everything perfectly for TV. You got to look into the hard camera. You got to be conscious of all the other cameras. And so sometimes when you are wrestling for TV, it can take away the character and the grit of just wrestling. You know what I mean? Not being having to be conscious about where to look and where to throw somebody and you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like he was just trying to make that point as far as like, oh, I just want to be in a gym with not a lot of people and do it like
Big
that.
fella, it's too late. You've
Yeah,
been doing that for 16 years now.
that's a
You
fact.
better look at camera A, camera B. Why you want to go back? You want to go back? You can't feed your kids with $500 crowds. I mean, 500 crowds,
That's facts.
500 people in a crowd. You can't
Unless
feed
you're
your
taking
kids.
the whole gate and that's not happening. But
And that's only gonna be $82.
at 82. But
Why you want to go back to that, brother?
but I think that I would love to see him in the match that he was supposed to have against the match he was supposed to have at Forbidden Door, which was him versus Zack Sabre Jr. I think that Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. absolutely needs to happen before his retirement. It doesn't matter where it happens. It could be um yeah, it could be like in it could be in New Japan, it could be a Ring of Honor, it could be an Impact, it could be AEW. Regardless of where it happens, it just needs to happen because those are arguably two of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Now, as far as his legacy is concerned, I think that Bryan Danielson is going to go down easily as one of the top 5, top 10 pro wrestlers to ever exist. I think that he's going to have a top 5 WrestleMania moment over the past 10 to 15 years as far as him winning uh the world title at WrestleMania 30. I think that he's going to go down as one of the best baby faces in the history of pro wrestling because the Yes movement was something like we've never seen and probably something like we'll never see again. And so yeah,
I hope so.
yeah, I think that Jesus, that like but I think that Bryan Danielson has so many narratives that run into his main legacy. Um and I think, I feel like he's going to like still coach. Like I feel like Danielson is going to coach and stuff like that. He's talked about like just wanting to appear on Dark and Dark Elevation and how he feels like he doesn't want another championship. Like to him, it's about putting over the younger talent. And I think that that's like just his main focus. So I would love to see him with like an AEW world title or a TNT title or the Ring of Honor world title to like end his career. But like if that's not what he wants, that's not what he wants. But I think he's gonna go down as one of the
And
GOATs.
you,
Keep
and you
going
know
with you.
how, brother, you noticed that he said the same thing. Him and Christian, they want to put over young guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's great, ain't it?
It is.
Why Edge don't want to do that? I'm sorry, because he's
Ooh.
trash. You can go ahead.
Oh.
He'll never want to put nobody over. He want to put himself over. You 45 years, you 46, walking around. You know what I mean? With the Ellen Jenner's haircut. Talking about, I'll be back next year. No, you stay home. No, you for sure stay home, bruh.
You gotta chill. Mo's gonna have a field day when she comes back because
I
she
don't
she
give a damn.
she ain't gonna she ain't gonna be happy that you're talking about her ex-husband like that. But moving
Well,
on.
that's too bad.
Moving on though. So Andrade had a